Westbrook to Denny Avdia, the rookie, with the three, and the Wizards retake the lead. 13 seconds left. Lakers are down by 2. LeBron is so strong. Look at him go to the hole. Yes, plus the foul. LeBron had 31. Bench loves it, but they won't love this. LeBron to the line, misses the foul shot. So we're all tied. Final seconds. 6 to play. Bradley Beal, the NBA's leading scorer. The step back for the win. No good. Overtime we go, tied at 115. Under a minute left now in the extra session. Wizards are up a deuce. Bradley Beal working on Alex Caruso. That's not a good matchup for Caruso. Beal had 33. Wizards by 4. Next Laker possession. LeBron, handoff. KCP, 3. Again, Lakers within 1. 14 seconds left. Wizards, same score. Russell Westbrook, yes, 32 points, 14 boards for Westbrook. He would miss the foul shot, so the Wizards lead is 3. LeBron for the tie, no good. They would get another shot. That's a tough look for Kyle Kuzma, and there it goes. Wizards get the win. Lakers drop another, and afterwards, LeBron was being asked about load management.
I mean, I'm resting now. I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I'm resting when I get in my car and head home. I'm resting when I get home. I'll rest tomorrow. I think this whole narrative of, LeBron needs more rest, or I should take more rest, or I should take time here, has become a lot bigger than what it actually really is. I've never talked about it. I don't talk about it. I don't believe in it. We all need more rest. I mean, this is a fast turnaround from last season. And we all wish we can have more rest. But, I'm here to work, and I'm here to punch my clock in and be available to my teammates.
So that's what he said. Here's a man who never rests. The great Jalen Rose is back with me here. And so, Jalen, you hear it. It's everywhere, including on Jalen and Jacoby and everywhere else. We're talking about, without Anthony Davis, is it too much to put on 36-year-old LeBron's plate right now? Do you believe they should be considering load managing LeBron?
Not only should they be considering it, but you're going to see it happen. And here's why. Because without Anthony Davis, the Lakers, they're an average team in the Western Conference. They're winning by 17 against Washington in that game, Greeny. And the plays that the Lakers have run the most when they're at their most effective is LeBron ISO, AD post up, AD and LeBron pick and roll. Well, you can't run 2 or 3 of those things without AD. And the LeBron ISO thing, he is in his 18th season, 16th season, 18th season, 36 years of age, and he's the primary ball handler and creator for that squad. And not only are they without Anthony Davis, they're without Schroeder also. But this also is a graduation of what happened from last year. See, the Lakers won the championship in the bubble, and it was a quick turnaround. It was only 71 days. And I'm going to just throw something out there. It hasn't necessarily been said publicly, but I would not be surprised if this weekend, when the All-Star game and the festivities are played, instead of the players returning on the 10th, guys like LeBron James and those other 23 All-Stars may try to get the league to consider giving them next weekend off as well. LeBron had a short turnaround, Greeny, and at the press conference, he's going to say he wasn't fatigued. But watching the basketball game and watching his shots hit the side of the backboard and fall out of bounds, that's fatigue.
I agree completely. It's something definitely that is worth watching. You know how I feel about load management. I want to see him on the floor, but I get it. And the schedule in the second half is going to be very compressed. So that's something worth watching. Meantime, I wanted to ask you about this. Louis Riddick just offered some really interesting and insightful comments about the young man, the football player who was at a camp and got into this trash-talking spat with Cam Newton. And I know that you heard that. And I think everyone would be really well served by hearing your thoughts on what happened there and what it means.
When I saw not only this topic, Greeny, but the Deion Sanders topic, it reminded me of those are a couple of reasons why I actually got into this industry. To not only give a former player's perspective, but also somebody that's actually from the hood that gets a chance to talk on national television. And I've been in both of those guys' spots. I've been the teenager at somebody's camp. I've also been the adult at a camp where people trying to heckle me. And so here's what I want to point out, and this is really loaded. First and foremost, again, I'm glad the young man apologized. But if you, as an adult, see that video, and the first thing you say is that young man should not be talking to Cam Newton like that because, and then all of the things you say are about what Cam Newton has accomplished in football, you're also part of the problem. Don't tell me about him going undefeated at Auburn. Don't tell me about him being the MVP of the NFL. You're part of the problem. Don't judge him by his accolades. What about the fact that there was an adult being disrespected by a minor? That was the problem. And it seemed like that minor, who had an opportunity to be at a 7-on-7 camp, should have been doing everything he could to soak up the knowledge, the game, the opportunity. Instead, and we all have been there as teenagers, he took the opportunity to try to be the class clown. And so when we start to place our value on how much we've accomplished versus who we are as human beings. See, it's a what have you done for me lately world, Greeny, and he's talking to Cam Newton like that man hasn't accomplished anything in life. And that's an extremely successful extremely successful black man. And he's doing what he can to give back to the Charlotte community where he played quarterback for so many years. He don't have to be there. He had a bad season. And I want to also say this. The young man told him, you're a free agent. You are about to be poor. Now let me bring in the money part. So many times we like to place people's values on their accolades in America and how much money they make. And Cam actually did it in reverse. At the end, when he was asking the young man, and follow this, where's your dad? I hope the young man was raised by his dad. But how about this, Greeny? Cam probably didn't know the young man may or may not have a father that raised him. So maybe he was touching a nerve that he didn't even realize he was touching. And then because I grew up without a father, I know that. And then lastly, when Cam retorted to the young man, you heard what he said? I'm rich. I'm rich. That ain't the necessarily retort that you want. So they were doing the same thing to one another, and I'm glad it got ironed out. But the underlying theory is respect your elders, value your life, and don't place who's successful on how much money you think they make or how many accolades that they've achieved.
That's beautifully said, and I'm so glad you said it. And just quickly, off what we know has been a very difficult week for you. Nothing but love to you and your family, Jalen, from all of us here and everybody at ESPN.
I love you, brother.
You're the best.
Thank
Absolutely
you. I appreciate
the best.
The love and the support.
All right, it's Jalen Rose with us here with his thoughts, and I'm so glad that we said that. Basketball, we've got great games coming your way tomorrow night. NBA Wednesday doubleheader tomorrow night. Steph and the Warriors facing the Pacers at 7:30 Eastern. Then you got the top two teams in the West, LeBron and the Jazz in Utah. Coverage starts with Stephen A's pregame Sports Center at 7 o'clock Eastern time. All right, we'll break on that thought. Coming up, one of the really big decisions